And I just need to pin that one. Okay, there we go. So we're here. You are here. You are here now. Take a deep breath and let that sink in. Just being here and being on purpose and being available for yourself. Breathing in, breathing out. You're available for so many people all day long. And in this little section, this 30 minutes that we have, this is for you. This is for you to really connect to your core, to your breath, your vitality. Your body has 5 layers, or we call them sheaths, like linings or sheaths, layers. Like I would liken them to the Russian dolls, that you have a big one and then you open that up and there's another one inside, and open that up and another one inside, open it up. So in yoga terminology or philosophy, we talk about these 5 bodies, energetic bodies, and how we can tap into each one of them. So I want to address that a little bit, somewhat today. That first layer is the physical body. We're just going to go through the first 2, and then next week talk and touch on the other 2. But the physical body is everything that you feel, touch, sense, with your senses, and see and and hear. So it's your internal organs, it's your muscle, your bone. And let's just start by recognizing this is my physical body. This is the house for my spirit. This is the house for my other layers, so to speak, my Russian doll layers. Tap the head. We're going to go through the body, tapping above the brow. I am here now, tapping around to the outer temple. I am here now. Underneath the eye, if it's tender here, if you have any drainage, this might be tender. So just note, no big deal. This will help drain it a little bit. If you've got any stuffiness in your sinuses, then tap at the mustache. I am here now. I am in deep gratitude for my body. Tapping the chin, and then tap the clavicle, just under the clavicle. I am here now. I am grateful for this body. And then a soft fist to the shoulder. A soft fist to the other shoulder. I am here now. I am grateful for this body, this shoulder. And then a little tap to the belly. Easy does it. And the hip. You can tap a little harder where there's bones, and you can feel like your body has different sensations. And a little pat down through the thighs, pat the knees, pat the shins. Even if you can, touch the toes and then come all the way back up. I am here now. I am grateful for these legs that take me where I need to go. Grateful for my hips. Grateful for procreative ability and the digestive ability in my belly. So grateful for these shoulders. I am here now. Shoulder, we're going backwards. Tap the clavicle. Chin. I am here now. Mustache. Under the eye. Taking around the occiput to above the brow. To the head. All fingers on deck. The occipital ridge. Awesome. And then just let your arms extend out. Deep gratitude for this layer of the self, the sheath. This body is the Annamaya kosha. Annamaya just simply means physical layer. So we're going to take it into a breathing, arms coming overhead, inhale, and then exhale. The hands are going to come through to the heart, make a diamond shape with the fingers, and come over the second and third chakra area. And then we'll just pause, anchoring in that energy. So the breath layer, body, prana maya kosha, breath layer, it brings us vitality, life force. We'll take a breath in. So this is not something you see, but it's something that you feel. Hold the breath. Exhale slowly. Bring the hands through the heart, making that diamond shape. Over the navel. Pause, anchor the energy in. As we get from the physical layer and we withdraw the senses, we come into the more subtle energy of the body. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold for 6. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, make a diamond. 4, 3, over the navel, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale or hold. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, anchor. Twice more, inhaling 4 counts. Hold 6. Exhale 8. Pause. One last time, inhale 4. Hold 6. Exhale 8. Make it slow and even. Evenly tempered all the way through. Anchor it in, hold, and then release. Just take regular Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. And just notice how the energy body feels. The vitality we're pulling in with prana, oxygen, breath, is helps this chakras align, and it helps our energy system feel more vibrant. Yeah. And we'll take the body in a circumduction, circular motion, reverse the activity. So you're going the opposite direction. And then ribs side to side. Just opening up the spine, getting some space here to the side, up and over. And back to center, up and over the other direction. Let's take that twice more with the breath. So inhale, get very tall, vertical. Exhale over. Inhale, vertical. So you've got to use some of the oblique muscle to pull yourself back up. Hold on to that as you take yourself over to the other side. And then back to center, really warming up the core. Exhale, over, last time. Inhale, center. Exhale, connect with your side body. Up and over. And then inhale, back to center. And twist it. So we'll go around to the right. Left hand on the knee, right hand behind you on a chair, or could just be right here. Hold the twist. Bring your head and gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale, take your head and gaze back. Gaze and head forward. Exhale, gaze and head back. One more time. Slow movement. And then come all the way back to center. So you're unwinding gently. Roll the shoulders. And we'll take it to the other side. So cross left, right hand over left. Looking all the way behind you. So this is a gentle twist. You could be looking to the side wall, or you could be looking to the back wall. And then we'll take the head and move it forward. The body stays in the twist. Inhale, exhale, looking back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Full range of motion through the neck. Just make sure the spine is pretty vertical and aligned right over the hips, the pelvic bowl. Forward one more time. Unwind slowly, both hands to the knees. Inhale to a cat-cow. So we'll lift the sternum. And then exhale, rounding and bringing the low back, mid-back towards your chair. Inhale, lifting away from the chair. Exhale, pulling towards the chair on the back side. Inhale. And exhale, twice more. Full range of motion, full range of your motion. And make sure we're not collapsing. It's not a bend. This is a contraction. All the muscles and energy from your back and your front are engaged. When we bring it back to center, give a little shoulder roll. We're going to talk about the pelvic floor, Mulabandha. So there's a term in yoga called Mulabandha, which means root, lock, and it's the perineum muscles that are a band of muscles that hold the internal organs, essentially, and your bladder, and all things that need to stay up, okay? If that becomes weak, then we leak. When it's weak, we leak. So we want to really have a good, healthy pelvic bowl. Those muscles from the pubic bone to the tailbone and from sit bone to sit bone form a circular band. We're going to contract that in and then up towards the cervix or towards the navel. Men, if you don't have a cervix, so towards the navel. You could say towards your diaphragm, that works too. On the inhale, you're going to release the pelvic floor and let it expand. So like a trampoline, and don't squeeze your glutes. This is different. It's not a glute squeeze, it's a pelvic floor. So it's more internal. And it's like a roto-rooter up the spine, and actually not the spine, but right in front of the spine to the navel, and then release it on the inhale. There's an expansion on the exhale. There's a contraction, and then a pull or a draw from the pelvic floor all the way up to the navel, and release it. Just practice that twice more. Exhale, contract. We call this a kegel sometimes. That's what I've always known it, but in yoga terms, it's Mulabandha. And then release. And one thing you may notice when you're doing that is your belly firms. This protects your low back. So when we stand up, sit down, and we have a tight pelvic bowl, we have more support for the low back. So we'll try that standing up and sitting down. If you've got blocks, move your blocks away so you've got a pretty strong surface here. You're going to lean forward slightly, hands or no hands, and then you're going to root down through the feet, pull the pelvic floor up as you straighten the legs. So we're using the pelvic bowl to lift up, and then exhale back down. You're going to release the pelvic floor. Inhale, push down through the feet, lift up through the pelvic floor. Exhale, lower. Yes. Inhale, press down. Stand up. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Don't squeeze the glutes. Lower down. Using your glutes and hamstrings. See if you can do that twice more. Feeling it less in your quads and a little more core work. So we get this area from the pelvic floor all the way up to the navel, supporting the movement, and then bring it back down. Excellent. Cross, let's take the right knee, lift and lower. Left knee, lift and lower. Right knee, lift, hold, pelvic floor lift, and lower with the pelvic floor engaged. Then release the pelvic floor. Inhale, left knee, Exhale, hold, pelvic floor contract. Lower with the exhale and release. Inhale, second side or first side. Contract the pelvic floor, hold. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg, pelvic floor, contract. Release the leg down, release the pelvic floor. So the idea is to contract and open at your pace. So whatever rhythm you have with the knee lifts, anytime you're holding the knee in midair, you want to have that pelvic floor lift as well. So we're actually contracting the belly, contracting your core to hold that leg in space versus it all being in your hip flexor, which a lot of it is for sure, but we want those auxiliary helper muscles also engaged. Try it one more time each side. And see if you can really get down into the internal muscles and support the lift of the pelvic floor. And don't worry about if you can't feel it. It will come over time. Just shake the legs out a little bit here. And we'll do a hip opener, a hip stretch. So you'll bring one foot forward and cross the ankle over, or place this ankle on something. And you could also place it on the knee. So I'm going to use my ankle crossing the thigh. That might be quite a big stretch to get the knee to do that and open the hip if the hip's really tight. So one of the other two might be more useful, bringing your leg forward on it, on something that's in front of you. Then we'll lean forward, and everybody's going to feel that in the hip. If we have the right angle of the knee and we're really starting to move the hip more, that just feels so good. And if you're not feeling it, lean as far forward as you can without falling off your chair, even to the point of touching down to the ground. I'm touching my block with the opposite fingers. Breathe in and breathe out. And then walk back up slowly. Release that leg. And bring it to the other side. So lifting the knee, rotating through the hip. So as the shin comes towards you, the knee goes out. We're not messing with the knee joint as much as we're trying to get into the hip joint. So softly bring the ankle to something a little lower or across the ankle. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, shift forward. Feeling it in your hip. And then reach one hand a little bit closer to the floor, or possibly to the floor. Make sure you're breathing in, breathing out. Slow and gentle. And then come all the way back up. 10 minutes. Release. We're welcoming our friends on Free Play and on Zoom today. Shake the feet out, and then we'll take a stand. So again, when you're standing, try to engage the pelvic floor. Lift with the tone in the navel. And then you're going to go to a desk, or I'll just turn my chair. You could also use a wall. Hands on the chair, stepping back. Press down onto the chair or into the wall, and then the hips slide back until we're at a level position. Now, some friends might be here, and that's probably where your shoulders will find the resistance. If that's where you're at, stay right here. If that's a stretch for your shoulder, I don't feel the stretch until I get about right here. And a little bend in the knee. And we're going to practice the pelvic floor lift. So the inhale, you just spread the sit bones wide, bend your knees, releasing the pelvic floor. On the exhale, You're gonna tone the navel, pull the pelvic floor in, and lengthen the low back. Inhale, release it. Release the belly, bend the knees. Exhale, tone the pelvic floor. Navel, protecting the low back. Inhale, release. With a bend, exhale, tone. Pelvic floor. Pat your bellies, or rub your belly, pat your head. I'm just kidding. It's like we're doing 10 things in one. We're bending the knees, we're spreading the sit bones, we're releasing the pelvic floor. On the exhale, you're toning the navel, toning the pelvic floor, straightening the legs. All the while, the arms are getting a big stretch. Shoulders are getting a big stretch. Side body is long, and then we'll gently step back in to your chair. Bend one leg, clasp the top of the foot, draw in. So we're stretching the quad here. And friends, if you are not reaching the foot in the stand position, you could also come here and place the knee. Let me show you this way. Off the chair a little bit and then just drop. So the idea is to get that quad a little more open. So several ways to do it. I'm going to do it with the hand on the chair. That's already about 5 breaths. Let's go 2 more. Bring the heel into the glute. Drop the knees so they're parallel to each other and parallel thighs. So the thighs aren't way out here. Tuck it under. And then lift the pelvic floor. And release. Shake it out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Just feel the difference in the front and back body. Second side. Bending the knee, clasp the hand to foot. One or both hands or holding onto the wall. So we're taking a stand. We're opening up this quadricep. You can do this seated for sure. And what you want to feel is Mulabandha, pelvic floor lift. So Mulabandha, that Kegel action, is going to drop the tailbone, tone the navel, and we get a very neutral pelvis. And it's going to help our pelvis health. We want a good, healthy pelvic bowl. And then gently release. Shake the legs, shake the hips side to side, and then take a seat for our last standing posture before we go into Shavasana. Will be a warrior one. So a lunge forward over the chair and back with the opposite leg, getting a good length, as much as you can here. If you'd like, you can sit your one side of the cheek on your chair, or you could come off the chair and just use the chair as support. Inhale, reach the right arm up. So I've got my left leg forward. My right leg's back, right arm comes up. And then exhale, bend the knee and drop the arm. So we're getting a shoulder mobility. Inhale up. And we're giving a little more stretch to the back leg. Exhale down. Exhale down, pelvic floor lift. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor lift. Get sturdy and strong. Hold the firmness of the low belly as you extend the arm up, and then get more firm as you extend the arm down. So we're protecting the low back. One more time. And then we'll switch to the other side. Coming all the way around. Either seated on your chair again or one leg back. The arm comes overhead. Inhale, exhale, bend the back knee. So now I'm supported with my thigh on the chair. Inhale, open. Exhale, comes down. Inhale, open. Exhale. One more time. Alright, last one. Oh, that was so good. And then release it, come back to center, take a seat. Bring your blocks in so your feet have something to stand on right here. Hands to the knees, deep breath in, deep breath out, and just feel the energy, body, the subtle energy as you flow the breath in and out through the nose. From the crown of your head to your toes, from your toes to the crown of the head. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax the palms open. If you'd like, you can just set them gently on the thigh. Bring your thumb and pointer finger together. And then a gentle closing of the eye. We integrate the work or the integration pose. This is Shavasana, seated style. Breathe in, breathe out. Tune into any area of the body that needs extra attention. And let yourself settle and just be. Sometimes we want to fidget or think that we need to be doing something. And I want you to relax into the just being present. Can you feel the breath? Can you put your attention on the breath? The mantra we'll say in our mind is breathing in. I calm my body. Exhaling, I smile. I'm in this present moment. This is a beautiful moment. Inhaling, I calm my body. Exhaling, I smile. I am in this present moment. This is a beautiful moment. You can let that mantra play in your mind or just simply be with the breath for 1 minute. Let your eyes gently open. Let yourself come back into the present body, Maya Kosha, the sheath. And that blessing energy, vitality, what we found in our pranayama practice. Bring the hands together at heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you have peace in your heart, peace in your home, and peace in your communities and outreach to the world. Thank you so much for coming. Namaste.